my secret weapon to avoid pain and arm numbness. Welcome everybody, it's Jason Barlow, RMT. I'm here today as your therapist and as your coach to help you transform any stress, tension, and pain into health, happiness, and vitality. Check out the new t-shirt. What do you think? Hashtag I love massage. This is the last of the 4 that I was sharing with you on these live videos. So this is, again, just a tagline that I'm using. I'd like to hear from you. Which of those 4 that I've used this last week do you resonate most with? Is it hashtag healthy, happy energy? Hashtag I love massage? Hashtag one massage away? Or what was the last one? Hashtag, yeah, it'll come back to me. We'll find it out. Okay, so plunging into this week, my move of the week. Below there is a video description and a YouTube link. You can click on that and it'll take you straight to my video that I'm sharing with you this week to help you conquer specifically pain in the upper arm, shoulder, any numbness that you might be getting tingling down into your hand and arm. Okay, it just doesn't feel nice. I've experienced it myself. I've got a quick story for you, and this relates to this exercise as well, because this exercise is kind of my all-round package that I share with my patients to help with not just that arm numbness, shoulder pain, neck pain, mid-back pain, low back pain, hip pain. It's a pretty, what I call big bang exercise. And so when I was in university, we'd gone out for a few drinks this one night. Okay, yeah, there was a few nights of a few drinks. But anyway, this particular night, we had gone out, we'd got a curry, we came home. I remember sitting on the couch, just enjoying that curry. And after finishing it, I just placed the bowl or plate, whatever it was, down between my feet. So bending forward, put it down. And as I went to get back up, I couldn't. And it was debilitating, searing pain that shot from my back. Felt like everywhere. It took my breath away. I couldn't get up. I didn't want to go down, but I was in so much pain I had to do something. Eventually, I kind of mustered through the pain and lay flat, and that was the only relieving position to get into. So I know what pain feels like, and I know how debilitating it can be. I know how long sometimes windows of recovery can be. But what are the tools that we can put into place as soon as possible to help mitigate the risk of those injuries? And if we have that injury, how can we boost or increase, accelerate the recovery time so that we can get back to doing the things that we love? Because who wants to spend tons of time doing lots of stretches? Who wants to spend tons of time doing lots of exercises? If you're listening to this, please go download my book. This is essentially my, as short as I can make it, condensed instruction manual for helping lead a healthy, happy lifestyle. It's about changing your habits, about changing behavior, and it gives you the top 3 recommendations as far as your mind, your body, how to stretch and how to move, how to eat properly, and also then how to rest and recover. This is one of those exercises that's embedded within my book. I forget which step it is right off the top of my head, but it's somewhere in that 7 to 9 range. This exercise is very, very powerful when it's done properly. Now, the instructions for it are down below, but let me get to the core of it. The exercise is called the prone cobra. You may have done it if you've done some yoga before. It might have different names. It doesn't matter. What's most important is that you learn how to do the exercise. Okay, and then the most important is you actually do it, right? I've said this before, I'll share it again. If you go to your doctor and you've got a pain and he prescribes you with this wonderful medication that's going to solve that pain, it's been guaranteed. But you take it home and then you just look at it every day and you read the instructions but never actually take it, or you just leave it in the medicine cabinet, open the cabinet every morning and look at it but never actually take it. You see where I'm coming from? That these are tools, these are medicines that I'm sharing with you, but you've got to actually take them. So try today's exercise. The essence of the exercise is encouraging you to squeeze your shoulder blades together and externally rotate the arms. Because think about a monitor for the rest of the day. How do you spend most of your day? For most people, regardless of whether you're on your feet most of the day or not, we are generally beings that have migrated toward what we call the fetal type of posture, right? That classic shoulders rounded, shoulders down, arms rotated in. And as a result, there's a wonderful image, I've shared this before in a blog post, is it's the evolution of man and woman, of course, from monkey, right? So think of that chimpanzee is on all fours, and then as he stands and becomes more erect, Homo erectus, early stages of man-woman. That's very upright. And then the picture carries on to modern day man-woman. And you see him now, what would be the word? Devolving is kind of a term I've coined, where he's come from an upright being to now folded and rounded forward. And it's just a beautiful illustration. It's powerful just looking at that image. And it's illustrating how we as a species are actually going back to our early ancestors of the monkey species. The challenge that we face, though, is that when we get up from the desk or we've finished our busy work day, we then adopt the same posture to drive home, or to sit and eat our meals, and to sit and play with the kids and to do things. We're usually back to that same posture that we spent most of our day in. That's what I talk about in my book, Postural Debt. We are all accumulating it. What are you doing to pay down the debt? This exercise is one of those moves that's going to help you pay down the debt. Are you interested in paying down postural debt? I hope you're putting your hand up, because until we do take the time to pay off that postural debt, it just keeps accumulating. And as a result, that's where we are more likely to have an injury, number one. And number two, there's two causes of injuries, remember. Number one is trauma. We fall, we bang, we slip, we bump. So if you're doing this exercise routinely, it actually is going to assist you to prevent that likelihood. And if you did injure yourself, it's a quicker recovery as well. And secondly, we are more often than not, 90% of the cases that I'm treating on a daily basis are what we call a slow motion injury. That is, over time, we've accumulated this postural debt. It's become, or it's got to a point that it's got to a tipping point, that as a result of that tipping point, we experience pain. Like I just shared my story there of bending over, putting the plate down. Why did that trigger pain in my body? Well, it wasn't that. I was a young, high-performing basketball athlete. There's no reason I should have bent over and then traumatized my back. It was slowly building up in the background. And so as a result, if we're not routine with our healthcare program, and if we're not routine with suitable exercises and awareness of our posture and so forth, then we're more likely to experience what I class as a slow motion injury. And that was taught to me by Paul St. John, a physical therapist, neurosomatic therapist down in the United States. Okay, so to review, this exercise that I'm sharing is called the prone cobra. It's about squeezing the shoulder blades together. It's about externally rotating the arms and shoulders, but it's not done by standing upright, by sitting down. It's actually done by laying down. That's where you get the resistance. Now, you can do upright and squeeze because that's really going to help you. But if you want to get power from the exercise, and remember, Greg Glassman says, intensity is the shortcut to results. You've got to get intensity behind these exercises and stretches that I'm prescribing, because unless you do, you're only going to get so much of a response. And this is better than nothing, but I'm helping you to get more of a response by sharing these with you. So go down below. You'll see the link in the description. Just click on that. It'll send you to YouTube, or you might have to copy and paste it depending upon where you're finding that link. Copy and paste it. Follow that guideline. It's maybe 2 minutes long. And the goal, and I think I talk about it in the video, is to do this exercise 1 repetition for a total of 3 minutes, 180 seconds. Now, that's not realistic to do off the bat. So what you're going to have to do is maybe do it today, test yourself and see how long you can actually squeeze and hold for. As soon as you lose the squeeze, though, that's your time done. And then each day, try to improve that time so you're eventually leading up to that 1 repetition of 3 minutes sustained. But for now, you may have to break it up. Anyway, the guidelines are in the video. Hope you've enjoyed that little tidbit today for you. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. If you have any questions, comments, you can leave those below. And thank you very much for joining me. If you've not had a chance, go get my book. It's free. It's digital download for now. In due course here, it's not going to be free anymore. You're actually going to have to spend a little tiny piece of money on yours to invest in this particular book. I will still be offering a free chapter, but I'm imploring you right now, go act quick. It's still free for at least this month, and we'll go from there. But thank you for joining me, and remember, your muscle health is my #1 priority. We'll see you guys Thursday. See you then. Bye-bye.